Good morning, well, and I've had a good morning so far with your English, maths, and reading. Today in spelling, we're thinking more about our adverbs, but here we're looking today at ones where the root word, so the beginning bit almost of the word, ends in an I and a C or an A and an L before we then have that suffix of ly. Okay, so we're going to look at to begin with today at last week's spelling. So we're going to check our spellings from the previous week to check we can spot which ones are correct and which ones are not. After that, we're going to learn some new spellings. Once we've learned some new spellings, we'll be practicing those spellings, and then we're going to use those spellings in our writing as well. Right, guys, just having a look. We've got gently, simply, humbly, nobly, terribly, possibly, incredibly, comfortably, and probably. So we've got 10 words that you've all been practicing over the last week. And I'm sure people such as Dominic have done lots of practice with them. And I know, Chloe, you've been doing them in classroom as well. So with those 10 spellings, which ones are correct? Isaac, can you spot which ones are not correct? So on your sheet, can you circle which one's correct? And maybe put a little cross next to the ones that are not correct. Or maybe if you can spot which part of them is the mistake, you can circle the mistake in the one that's incorrect. Okay, so circle the one that's correct. Put a little cross like you're a teacher next to the ones where I've got them wrong. Okay. Pause the video while you're doing that if you haven't already. Okay, and then looking through, guys. So the first one that was incorrect was gently on the left because gently on the right is correct. It's got that ly suffix. Simply on the left is correct because it's only got one M. Humbly is correct on the right. Again, it's only got that one M in the root word and in the adverb itself. Nobly, and remember that word was quite closely linked to our Egyptians. So within our history, we've got the ancient Egyptians where we have the pharaoh, then we've got the viziers, and then we've got the nobles, and they acted nobly. So our nobles begins with a letter N, not with a letter K. Okay. Horribly, two R's, not one. It's a bit confusing, isn't it? Simply and humbly have one M before the B, but horribly has two R's before the I and the B. Okay, so you just need to be careful that you're learning those patterns and learning which ones are which. Terribly, it's the B-E-L-Y. It's a single L as part of that L-Y suffix. Possibly two S's, so it's like horribly where it's double consonant before the I-B-L-Y end into the word. Incredibly, we've got I-B-L-Y. We need that I before the B-L-Y suffix. Comfortably only has the one M before the F, and then probably it's got two B's in total, but not next to each other. Okay, it's the first one on the left, because the second one, the one on the right hand side, has three B's and it's got two next to each other, which is incorrect. So hopefully you spotted all 10 of them. Today we're going to add to our adverbs, so we're going to furnish ourselves with some more adverbs, and we're going to look today at ones where the root word ends with I, C, or AL, so ick or al. Okay, so if we look at dramatic. Okay, so if somebody is being very dramatic, and they might, if they had a skull, I'm trying to look for a skull in my room, and I've just realised nobody has a skull in their room unless they're doing something they shouldn't. Okay, what I'll do is act my little friend. Okay, this is my little friend. Okay, this is my little monkey. Okay, and I'll say, "Hello, monkey. How are you? Hi, I am your friend." Da, 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 da. And that is him being dramatic and him acting dramatically. Okay. Ooh. Okay. So he's pretending he's doing some acting, our little monkey friend over there. Okay. Just put him back in his place, otherwise he'll go after my peanuts. Okay. He's acting dramatically. Okay. And then we've got somebody just got hit on the head by a pen. You threw that on. Monkey's saying he did that accidentally. Do you believe him? He said it again. He said he's thrown the pen accidentally. I don't believe him. Do you believe him? No. He dramatically claimed, "Oh, it wasn't me, it wasn't me," whilst he says he didn't throw it, or if he did, it was accidentally. Not sure I believe him. And then, monkey's flying. He's just gone over the top. Magically, monkey's flying. So we've got dramatically, accidentally, and magically. Those three adverbs then, what do you notice about them? Anybody spot any patterns to them? If we have a look within those three, so dramatic, accidentally, and magic, all of them before we get to the, all of them end with an A and double L and a Y. Okay, so they end with the ly suffix, but that's before the ly suffix, we've got an A and an L. So dramatically, accidentally, magically. But we don't say it like that, but that's almost how it's spelled. Okay, remember though, that naughty monkey dramatically acting out like that, throwing things. Okay, guys, now, so we've got these adverbs today. Basically, it's not right if monkeys are throwing pens at you. Frantically, he's picking up other pens now and he's coming to get me. That means he's doing it really quickly, getting them, grabbing them, getting ready to throw them. I am a dramatic monkey, and we are doing some acting together. Now he's flying, he's magically flying over me, Oh, he's fallen down. Tragically, he's banged his head. Oh, comically, he's getting up again. He's saying, ugh! So he's making a joke of it if he's acting comically. If it was tragically, it might mean that he wasn't going to get up again, but actually he was comically doing it. He was pretending he'd banged his head, weren't you, monkey? Actually, you haven't hurt your head, have you? And actually, you didn't accidentally throw them, did you, monkey? Actually, which means it's a synonym for really, so really. Accidentally you threw them, did you? I don't believe him. Occasionally, he's kind. Occasionally, Monkey's kind to me. Sometimes he lets me borrow a chocolate. Sometimes he even gives me some of his nuts. Not very often, though. Eventually, I'm going to get tired of him and send him back to the zoo, aren't I, Monkey? We'll see when that is. So that's after a long time, eventually. So we've got these 10 words today. All of these are adverbs. So basically, frantically, dramatically, magically, tragically, comically, actually, accidentally, occasionally, and eventually. Occasionally means sometimes, not very often, sometimes. Okay, occasionally. Okay, and all of them are adverbs. So all of them end with that that ly suffix. But all of these adverbs actually end with a-l-l-y. So a double l and then a y. Okay, and all of them have a root word which ends in a c, so an ic, or like with actual with an al. Okay, so it either ends like with basic and then ali, or actual and then ali. Okay, so if it's actual, it's got an ly after the actual, so actually, and if it's basic, then it's an a-l-l-y. Okay, so those suffixes, it's the same, looks the same in the adverb, but actually it's more or less words added on, more or less letters added on to the original root word. Okay, the root word though does need that suffix added onto it. Okay, so if we look at dramatic, yeah, it changes. So, sorry, guys. Dramatic then, but it needs the A and the L and the L-Y. Dramatically, the monkey walked into the room. Accidentally, he hit me with his hand. For the accidentally, we need the L-Y. Okay, so dramatic needs the A-L-L-Y. Accidental needs just the L-Y. Magic needs the A-L-L-Y because it's got the I-C. Frantic, A-L-L-Y. And then tragic, A-L-L-Y. Okay, so the root word changes slightly differently depending on how the root word looks before we add the suffix to it. Right, guys, your balance for the week then. Basically, I don't trust that good for nothing monkey. He keeps throwing things at me. Frantically, he's picking up all his nuts. Oh, he's throwing them at me. Dramatically, he's pretending he didn't do it. Oh, I didn't do it, Mr. Spring. Magically, he's flying again. The magical monkey's up in the sky. Tragically, he's fallen down. Comically, he's getting up again. He keeps tricking me, that nasty monkey. He keeps tricking me. He's now making a joke of me by getting up again. Actually, he's not a very nice monkey. Accidentally threw them at me? I'm not sure I agree with that. Occasionally he's nice, like I said. Sometimes he's kind to me. And eventually, quite cross for him. Away to the zoo, I say, for that monkey. Okay, so we've got those 10 adverbs for us to practice today. With our work again, same skill as before. Look at them, learn them in your head, have a go at writing them after you cover them. So cover them before you write them. If they're right, great. Practice them again a couple of days later. If they're wrong, write them next to it so you've got that bit of extra practice. And any that you're finding tricky, write somewhere on a piece of paper if you've got some paper at home. Just write them. Annoy mum and dad by sticking them on the fridge if you can. Practice them. and get the mum and dad to help you with them. And then underneath, what you're going to try and do after you've done that practicing, you're going to try and use them in a sentence. So, for example, frantically, the children tried to hide their mother's broken bracelet. Yeah, don't break mummy's bracelet. And if you do, don't hide it. But if you did, it might be because you thought you'd get in trouble. Monkey keeps hiding my watch where he's broken it. Frantically, monkey's hiding my watch. Okay, after many years, this links to our history. After many years that we'll be doing next week, Howard Carter eventually found the hidden tomb. So been looking and looking, and eventually he found it. So after many, many years. And again, eventually and frantically, you'll see the A and the L and the L and the Y. So try and use those adverbs in some sentences. Thanks, year 3. Looking forward to seeing some of those spellings used in your history work and in your science, as well as in your English and your spelling. See you soon. Bye-bye.